the call. Pulse Glazer's got the answers, conquering all. Yeah, Pulse Glazer, the name you gotta know. For all things Marvel Snap, watch your power grow. So tune into the stream, catch him on the cast. He's the Snap authority, built to last. Check the mic 1, 2. This ain't no zoo. It's Pulse Glazer coming at you with the Snap crew. Judgments dropping, decks are popping. From the daily grind to the infinite climbing. From the podcast booth to the Twitch stream throne, breaking down the meta, never leaving you alone. With the insights so sharp they cut like a knife, slicing through the competition, bringing the Snap life. Got the tier list, the tech choices too, showing you the combos, what's old and what's new. Whether you're F2P or a whale in the game, Pulse Glazer's got the knowledge, putting your skills to shame. Meta shifting decks, evolving the game, never stays the same, never stays the same. But Pulse Glazer's adapting, playing his own game, his own game. He's ahead of the curve, predicting the trends, with insights so sharp they transcend. So listen close, pay attention to the call. Pulse Glazer's got the answers, conquering all. From Sarah Surfer to Thanos Stones, he's testing the decks, making sure nobody moans. With the hot locations, the new card reveals, he's keeping you updated how the meta feels. Got the community vibing, the chat going wild. He's building the empire, never looking mild. From Patreon exclusives to the free-for-all crew, Pulse Glazer's got the love, spreading it to you. Meta shifting decks, evolving the game, never stays the same, never stays the same. But Pulse Glazer's adapting, playing his own game, his own game. He's ahead of the curve, predicting the trends, with insights so sharp they transcend. So listen close, pay attention to the call. Pulse Glazer's got the answers, conquering all. Yeah, Pulse Glazer, the name you gotta know. For all things Marvel Snap, watch your power grow. So tune into the stream, catch him on the cast. He's the Snap authority, built to last.
Yo, hopefully that's not too loud. I did lower it for everybody. Nick has that auto playing as soon as we start, so hopefully that is not too bad. What's up, Forbin? What's up, Burnout? What's up, Synth? How's everybody doing? Hello to Nikki, who's apparently here. How's everybody feeling today? Hey, Dimwit, how you doing? Let's get some music going. So we're going to start by playing a little bit of Marvel Snap, checking the shop, yada yada. And then in a little bit, we're going to watch the video. And we're going to, what we're going to do... Oh, shit. Hey, it's been half a year. Very cool. So, yeah, 6 months of streaming. Super cool. Hey, Bit, I didn't see you here. What we're going to do is we're going to watch that video together, and I'm going to open Lauren's article. And once I open Lauren's article, we will use that information.
Geek just subscribed for 6 months.
Thank you, Nikki.
Oh, also happy half a year of streaming.
Sorry, it's talking over me. Blah, blah, blah. We're going to watch that video. We're going to compare it with Lauren's numbers. Spoiler, they come out really, really well. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Hopefully everyone's cool with that. That's our plan for the day. We are live on YouTube. We are live on Twitch. Let me get the Twitch music going for the playing portion of this. Let's do some stream chill music for the time being. I guess that's not the chillest of it, but... Oh, Spotify's just playing naturally again. We figured that out. Maybe Nick figured that out, because I didn't figure that out. Alright, I have a couple new decks. Nothing major, because Kahhori is not inspiring a ton of new decks. Let's see what's in my shop. That's not a new one. For 700, I'll just get that. No sense worrying about it. 50 tokens a day, huh? Not bad. Thanks, Forbin. Nick, we need to talk about... Nick was supposed to message me and he's been busy. But we got to talk about setting up the streamabration for April because we haven't done one yet. I'm also away Saturday to Tuesday for anyone who's not aware yet. I'm away Saturday to Tuesday. Ooh, I don't need to upgrade those. I finished Sinister. There will still obviously be videos every day, but I can't stream while I'm away, so there won't be streams. Get the Dazzler. No, I don't like art germs. Like, I don't need another Dazzler. Like, even if the hip wasn't a great hip, that one's phenomenal. This one's super. I don't love this one, but it's at least like fits an era. Ooh, that one's just kind of ugly. Again, same era, except this one's a little better. Yeah, I've got plenty of Dazzlers. I feel fine on the Dazzler. All right, let's play a little snap. Let's get some snapping done. This should be. Oh, why don't I have 6 missions? I guess I did some at some point. Oh, I just streamed so late. I did last night's already. Okay, I forgot how long last night's stream was. Wow, no one's on the YouTube side of things. That's so weird. Whew. Yeah, me too. I don't like Archer. Hey, what's up, Zod? I'm just gonna start playing decks. I found this deck on Untapped and I thought it was cool, so let's give it a try. HX, how you doing? Oh, my body hurts. I'll run 4-2s. Let's not see any. In case that's Destroyer for some fucking reason. I don't know. This is game 1. I just got on like, I don't know, 2 minutes ago. So I've been on for 10 minutes. How is that possible? Whatever. Oh, because I had the like 5 minutes of not actually being live while I was live, right? I asked them to add new deck slots all the time with Zami, I promise. Oh, what's the stupid hot location? I didn't realize there was a hot location. Cool. They could still beat me with a good hit on Black Vortex, but so be it. Sticking them with that cube there seems pretty solid. What's the new location, Nick? Yeah, me too, Jay. Oh, it's not terrible.
There's no strings on me.
Well, that worked out fucking well.
Victory.
Okay with that. Losing some rank for my win. Good stuff. Snap packs look incredible. I tried to tell everyone. Everyone's like, "You're being a shill." Nah, man. I'm pretty shitty to snap packs and Marvel Snap when they deserve it. Snap packs look sick. Yeah, I think they're a huge W. We're gonna watch later on. Yo, Nick, want to make a command, please? Um, we are going to. Makes sense to me. Peace out. I don't even know if I want this new energy. Oh, that's so good. That a Thanos?
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
All right, so that's 6, right? Plus 2, 3, 4, 5. I could add 5 there without any work. Adding 5 there puts me at a tie, which is not what our goal is here. All right. I have prio, which is the problem here. Okay. Is what it is. Oh, there's 7 turns. High speed. Be a rock. Okay, I lose there. Ah! Too much power! Stupid Thanos deck. Shut up, Interrobang. Jeez. Can I get a shout out for Intero? Congrats, Claymore. I mean, they're the same price. If they're better value than Token Tuesday, they're not very expensive. Hmm. So, like, the entire top of the Infinite leaderboard right now is Scream decks, Thanos decks, and Surfer decks. With, like, an occasional junk deck. A little bit of Affliction, I guess. I can't do OTA predictions due to, sorry. Tucker! What's up? Can I get a Tucker shout out too? I mean, a Johnny Nine-Toe shout out? They gave us all the Snap Pack info. It's coming April 29th. And they gave us all the info. At top of Infinite, there's not a lot of Bullseye anymore. Yeah, I don't get to do OTA predictions because I can either lie, you know what I mean? It's just not worth it. Let me get the YouTube thing up I'm looking for too. Because we are going to watch that video later, and then we're going to pause it, and then we're going to look up Lauren's article and check there. So while we wait an hour for anyone to want to play me, maybe we'll just restart. All right. So I got the Snap Pack thing in the background. Yeah, I'd prefer to not lie. Like, I know some creators are fine just, like, being like, oh, I'm going to lie about that. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Hmm. Love when the decks that run 4 or 5 2-drops just don't see 2s.
Avengers! Assemble.
You know what? Let's win that fucking location, right? Yeah, we don't have anything to do with the... Oh, wow, that's ridiculous. Unless that's a mover, I can snap right now.
Clear for takeoff.
What's up, DeCarlo? Oh, I gotta check my alliance stuff. I don't know if I finished. And if I did, my alliance didn't. Okay. Play twos. 20 or more. 60 energy. Great. Alright, enough of that. Oh, I wanted to play that deck. Zunes, safety, Zanade, no. Andre Var, no. Glenn, no. Emma, no. Crazy, no. I've been on Twitter all day. I wonder if there's anything cool on Twitter. I do have that crazy list for tomorrow that I haven't covered yet. I wanted to try the Woodward version of Flex Tape too. Hey, Gary. Everyone say hi, Gary. I believe I do want that max energy now. Alright, so we're going to ignore that lane. Sounds good. Well, this is lovely. I have nowhere to I can still Carter right? If I get a couple good hits on it. Could be Galacta. If it's Galacta, I feel sad. If not, I'm very happy. Let's do it. No, we're gonna wait like, I don't know, a half hour for a bunch of people to get here, and then we're gonna do it all at once. Unless that's a Doom. We win every lane by more than 10. Go to hell. Psst. Don't be a hater. Snap Pack News is officially out. We know basically all the info. Every single bit of the news is good. Like, this is a no bad news situation. There's no point in shitting on them for when they're giving us nothing but good news. Um, 2 to 5 minutes is generally the goal, Evan. Not terrible. Bum, bum, bum. Thank you, Catellian. I really appreciate that. That is incredibly kind of you. I do want the extra energy location. No, it's Vash. Hi, Vash. If you want 2 cards, it's still better to spend keys on 2 cards, I believe. We'll look at Lauren's math later, which I was pulling up, but then I got lost in games. Den, careless, Den, careless, Alfredo, Den, careless, me, Den. No, that's a custom card guide. Hey, thanks, man.
Oh, snap.
Interesting. Am I playing against a full clog deck? I am playing against a full clog deck. Good to know. Not the end of the world, thank you. What's up, Mr. 420? I need to email Matt to get him on the podcast. I believe this is a Dragon Quest song, right? The Cannonball. Oh, Gore. I should be able to beat Gore. I'm not playing any on reveals, right? Even if he plays one more? No. Is the first Thursday after April 29th, June 1st? Wow, good hit. Okay. How the hell do they have 8,000 other things to play? Okay. Then I win, right? Thank you.
Victory.
May 1st. Thank you, Synth. I'd have to turn off stream remote. I guess I will message him later. Too many mats in my DMs. Takahashi, what's up, friend? I think part of the reason to play a Thanos ongoing deck is Goliath. I wouldn't replace it, no. Truth. That seems like a positive thing to me. Maybe I'm wrong, but it seems like a positive thing to me.
Snap.
Why is Galactus 7 power? Is Captain Carter working incorrectly? Oh, because Galactus is also a back row card. No, I wasn't talking to you. We're not fighting in my chat. There's too much fighting in my chat happening lately. Talk to each other nicely. No, there's a million more things to ask her, Fuffle. Oh, that's not a fucking useful card. Cool. It's a negative that didn't hit negative. Better safe than sorry. A lot of gores, huh? Mm-mm. Let's do it. I think the person thought you were targeting them. Well, shit. I lost! I thought that 14 would definitely be enough, and I was incorrect. Absolutely sick. Who knew? Hey, this shit. That's terrifying. At least it went there. We do have the second dock in here, which is a huge problem. I don't really want to. Wrong play. What I want to do is I want to go. That's what I want to do. Ugh. Well, at least I have an extra 1-9. Yeah, let's find out. Well, I'm dead. I hate that fucking deck. Fair enough. Hey, Tal, what's up? I don't know if I have any decks that really run 6 cost cards outside of Thanos, but whatever. Alright, when we're done with our dailies, so we have... I guess I need a deck that runs 6s. Blue Tears doesn't run 6s, Uncle Scream doesn't run 6s, Kahhori Bullseye Surfer. That's not even here. Derek Thenhori. I guess Derek Thenhori will do. Hit an MMR, it does not reset every season. Congrats, Mr. 420. Dun, 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 dun. That's rough. Oh, well, that's good. No Mind Stone, but I'm assuming Thanos is probably good enough here. I think she's good. I don't think she's great, but I think she's good.
Victory.
That doesn't count as playing a damn 6. I specifically didn't snap. Last 4 or 5 months? I don't even know. Probably the Galact, like it's either Surfer at that point or the Agamotto stuff. I really enjoy the Agamotto stuff. Just happened. I guess we can just grab the Kahhori. Hi, Kahhori. See, look, we got the Kahhori. Crazy.
Mastery.
I think she's a little worse than Gwen, but I don't think she's like significantly worse. I think most people were probably trying to build around her too much instead of just putting her in good builds. Drinking some Dr. Pepper strawberries and cream again. It's a great fucking avatar. Ugh, heart. Yeah, that's what we know about you. You really hate Surfer.
Snap.
Come on, man.
Victory.
Just need to play some 6s. What's up, P1? Agamotto is such a card.
Shall be said.
I really enjoy Agamotto. I like the play patterns it promotes. Hey, look at all my stones. Like all the stones I have. Oh, bye, Blarvel. Bye, Cull. Why are you running Cull? Because of speed and the hot location, that was the play. Oh, come on. Well, that's nice. Thank you.
Victory.
Sokovia is completely obnoxious. I just want to play sixes.
There shall be set right.
Yeah, that's fine. You don't have to like Agamotto. I do. Oh my god. Well, hopefully Galactus enjoys playing Galactus, because Galactus is, like, impossible on the Nexus. Finn, what's up, friend? How's your day, Mrs. Wolf? Oh, awesome. Thank you. I guess I don't want that there. I do want this here. This is a chance my next plays are just Blue Marvel Spectrum. Give me a draw. Okay. That feels fine to me, yeah. Is this more power than just that and Thanos? What's more power, chat? Across the board, it's pretty easily Spectrum, right? Pretty chill! What's up?
Knowledge is power.
Oh no, we lost. Ah! I won! It should have been Thanos! It should have been Thanos, chat! Why didn't you tell me? 6... 8? She was 8 there? Yep, should have been Thanos. But I played 2 6s, which is what's really important. You got this, pretty chill. What's up, Fazer? How's being a dada? Oh, shit. Yeah, 3,000. We're going to watch the video, and then we'll take questions. Give me a sec. We're actually going to do that right now. Let me just grab a couple of these. I never fill all locations. I guess I can with Thanos, right? That's what I'm playing to finish this. 4 cost cards. That's exactly what I do. All right. So let me change up the scene. Let me make sure we're in the right spot. Yes, Gunny. All right. What am I looking for? We should be over here on the YouTube. Let's turn off the music so we can actually all hear the video. Agamotto is such a card. Is ramp straight into 6 is playable? I mean, anything's playable. Is it good? Probably not. Okay. So we're gonna change our scene. Open our slides. That's the video. We are going to shrink or get rid of Marvel Snap just so we can reopen it when we're ready. We're going to kill that deck tracker. And now I just need to make sure you can actually hear, which desktop audio should take care of. Y'all ready for this? You ready to watch and talk?
Snap packs are officially here,
Can y'all hear it?
and we have an exclusive interview
We good?
to talk about what snap packs are going to be bringing to Marvel Snap and how the next era of
I love y'all, but watching things at regular speed is torture.
Second Dinner's Marvel Snap is going to be transformed with this new
That's
system.
how it's
Now, when I
supposed
say
to
we, I mean we. We have a panel here today to interview Matt directly, who we'll talk a little bit more about later on. So let's bring on in the panel.
I like that it's generic guy, generic guy, generic girl, generic girl. Like that is a very anime outline for a girl.
And introduce them to go through snap packs. All right, welcome in everyone. As you see, the 4 of us are here ready to ask some questions to Matt in regards to snap packs. So let's introduce everybody and start over on this side here with Lauren.
I'm Lauren Whatevs. I write intermittent Marvel Snap content and also host a weekly podcast.
Hey, my name is Binks.
I'm so annoyed that she plugged neither Marvel Snap Zone nor her own podcast in that. I host a podcast. How can I find it? I don't know. Just look for Marvel Snap Podcasts. I write where? Places.
You can find me everywhere at Binks_plays, where I stream Marvel Snap gameplay and make highlight videos.
Oh, sorry. Hi, I'm Nina. You can find me on YouTube and Twitch and everywhere else under Nina is Noob.
And for those who do not know, my name is Guest, also known as It's Guest Gaming, where you can find me all over using that handle, Twitch, YouTube, etc.
Hey everybody, I'm Matt. I'm Senior Director of Product here at Snap, and I'm here to tell you everything I can about Snap Packs.
And there's a lot to know, to say the least. I know the community's been asking a lot of questions over the last couple of days since we
So that's an office lounge, right? Does that look like an office lounge to anyone else? I know this is an obnoxious thing to do in the background, but that's definitely an office lounge.
heard about it from the
in class, when we're watching a YouTube video, we totally watch at 1.5 speed, Vane.
season announcement. So before we dive into that a little bit more, so I think this might be one of your first appearances. So why don't you let us know a little bit more about who you are with Marvel Snap and what brought you here now to, well, this project?
Yeah, I've been on the project for about a year now. I lead the product team. We have a product team and a design team, and the two of us work together, designing most of the features and thinking about them, of course, the engineering.
So what he just said, and I think this is important, a lot of people are going to overlook this. He's the head of the design team. He's not the person who was head of the design team prior. We all understand that, right? Like, I don't know if y'all remember who that was. I'm not going to shout it out in case that wasn't like the most public thing, but he wasn't the head of the design team prior. This is a new person, which means that like we should probably not hold Second Dinner accountable for all of the things like that previous design heads have done. It seems like for the past couple months, things have been really good and really generous, right? And there's a new head of the design team. So maybe we should like focus on what this guy is actually doing instead of trying to focus on absolutely everything at once. Does that make sense to everybody? Like, hopefully everyone understands what my argument here is. Like, everyone's like, Snap used to be so greedy and terrible. Right, but now this dude's in charge. And this doesn't appear to be the same dude. Because we know the other dude, right? Like, that's a good thing. they're generous, and it seems like a more generous person is in charge.
Engineering and QA and art teams do a lot of the actual building, but we're thinking about the future of the game. What are the right kind of features?
Also, if you've never noticed, see the background on my slideshow? Background in the video? Same thing. I just use their background.
To add to the game, how do those things impact both?
We will ask all of that when we have an interview with him, Bane. But basically, monetization.
Players and the business of Snap. In terms of me, I've been around the gaming industry for about 20 years now, mostly all in mobile and mostly free-to-play games. So it makes me feel a little bit old.
We don't know exactly what he's responsible for anyone else as far as when he started. He could have started 6 months ago. He could have started 3 months ago. I'm sure that's a thing that we'll ask him when we get an interview with him. But for the time being, we know that they've been massively more generous, and we know that he's in charge. And we know that both Snap Packs and basically everything since January has been really, really great for consumers. So, I don't know. Maybe correlation does not equal causation, but it doesn't take a genius to start putting together connecting some dots, right?
Old, but I kind of got my start in the if people remember, pre-mobile, pre-Facebook, a lot of kind of early games as service in the West were like on the web. But that's where I fell in love with, when you're working on a game as a service, adding new things all the time, you're talking directly to the players like we are now. There's all kinds of data to look at about how the game is performing. I just kind of love that immediacy and that connection.
Something about the way he talks reminds me of Gunny T, and I don't know what it is.
With the game and the players. So I've kind of stayed in the game service space ever since.
With that said, also, why Second Dinner? What brought you from your past experiences into this now exploding market of Marvel Snap?
They gave me
money.
money.
A couple things, and I guess they're fairly obvious. Snap's an incredible game, so anytime you get a chance to work
they're
on,
successful, and so they made a lot of money, and they paid it.
A hard thing to pass up. I grew up playing lots of board games, so I have some experience in card games and playing things like Magic and Hearthstone. But this is my first CCG I worked on, so it's also fun to explore and learn a whole new genre. And the last thing I say is there's so many talented people at Second Dinner, and the culture is really great. So no matter whether you're working in gaming or any other industry, like a lot of your experience is defined day to day by the people you work with. So it's always nice to be around good people.
Right,
Kazushi? A small, little curiosity question, because obviously working on a game is one thing. When you do play the game, not build the game, but when you actually are playing the game, do you have a comfort deck or a specific card that you target all the time? Like, I need to have this, or this is where my brain goes first when building? Yeah, for a long time, actually was the like Wong, Sarah, Magic, Silver Surfer, Ironheart deck. And there was a good few months where that deck was like how I first got to Infinite. But more recently, I really enjoyed the Scream move deck. I love having Scream out early and just stealing power from people. I'm not necessarily someone who just wants to like screw with everybody else on the board, but that deck in particular is really satisfying. So
that blank screen was me going over to Discord to tell Gunny that that this guy reminds me of him. Sorry about that. That's my bad.
Well, let's dive into Snap Packs then. And to do that, to kind of go over Snap Pack 101, I'm going to let Nina is noob now take over.
How do the Snap Packs actually benefit players of all experiences?
That's a good question. I think the main way to think about this is, one, we're keeping everything from the current game in terms of how you get cards. Most of that is the current token shop. And the only thing we're really doing with this new Snap Packs feature is adding the ability to acquire packs. And the way we're changing how you acquire tokens in the game is swapping keys out for tokens. So instead of just having this, kind of blunt instrument in terms of a key in the Spotlight Cache and kind of rolling the dice on what you get with the Spotlight Cache, you now can take your tokens and spend them how you want. And I think that's where different players who are at different points in the game, who have different needs, will use those tokens in different ways. So if you're a new player, you might decide, I could save 2 keys worth of tokens, 6,000 tokens, and get 1 Spotlight card if I really want it, like maybe a card.
So I just want to note again, like the thing that makes me really, really happy about this, or one of the things that makes me really, really happy about this, is there was a gambling system before where you could essentially get nothing. Right? Like in the Spotlight system, you could either get 2,000 tokens, and for a very long time 1,000 tokens, which is very little comparably considering what you get for it, right? Or you could just get a variant, which is fundamentally nothing, right? Like there's no gameplay value to a variant. Now, like there is no nothing. You can still gamble. If you want to gamble to save money, you can still gamble. But your downside is still a new card. Your downside is like, now it's like Bruce Banner. You dig?
Card that's really powerful or exciting comes up, but you can also take those tokens and get a lot more Series 3 cards. If you're learning the game and you're trying to get deeper into the meta, you can just acquire cards much more quickly. And that's something we definitely want. We want it to be easier for players to catch up. We're pricing cards in 3 different tiers. There's the highest prices for single cards, the next level down for newer cards from the last couple of seasons, and then older cards. So if you're lapsed and you're missing out on older cards, you can get a higher volume of older cards. Or let's say you miss a season or 2. Right now, that's pretty painful because it's really hard to get the Spotlight cards that you just missed. And now those will be in a pack, and that pack won't have a whole lot of cards in it. So you have some targeting there to kind of catch up. And then if you're an elder player, you probably care most about those newer packs, right? And that's where you can kind of stay up to date with the cards you want.
What about the Spotlight, weekly Spotlight variants? What's going to happen to those?
That's a good question. We really want to get those back in the game. We basically split the shop up into two sections. One is cards and the other one will be called offers. Most of offers is all of our cosmetics. So we're trying to keep.
So that's a seemingly important thing that we should actually stop on, right? That's our first really, really good piece of information. Thank you for counting pretty chill. We're going to have two sections of the card shops, offers and cards. And that seems like it's really useful because there is a complete mishmash right now, right? Like if I scroll down on my shop, you saw me scroll down earlier. I have to scroll past the cards. The ultimate variant is mixed in with the cards. Now that's different sections. I think that's really, really cool. And that gives them a chance to offer us more stuff. I don't know what's going to be in there. We don't know exactly what that new card shop part is going to look like, but that is pretty cool. Also, now I have to filibuster for 2 minutes because I talked so long that Twitch is in ads. Hey, Gunny, we're going to get through ads before we continue this video. I'm really sorry about that, everybody. So what are our initial impressions of Matt and of what we've seen so far? Let's do a little Q&A for the time being. I'm waiting for chat to ask something or give an impression. Bully Gunny to start streaming. No, don't bully Gunny to start streaming. Gunny does not have time for that. He's got a full-time job, and then he's working on another full-time tournament, God of the World job. He's got a thing. Let him not burn out. I need Gunny. Gunny burns out. I have problems. Who's holding out on updating to get Dami Mommy Web? Burnout is. I know Burnout is. So that hasn't come up yet, right? But we will get that. Matt likes Surfer. Matt likes Scream. Matt seems to know real cards. Like, and that he's been hitting Infinite since Wong Odin's stuff means that, like, he's probably relatively new. But, like, he's still got enough of the stuff. We know from at least previous versions of Marvel Snap didn't automatically give their players all the cards. They made them experience the game and go through it, which I think is interesting. I don't care about submenus inside of submenus vein, as long as it's got like clear tabs. Tabs are everyone's friend. One of the things I used to say that I still believe is the world runs better when people with binders with lots of tabs are in charge of it. Like, I think that like the extremely organized, hyper efficient person should, generally speaking, be in charge. It's not the person who's like, I'm going to get up at 6 a.m. and grind. It's the person who has the binder, who has the complete plan, who's like, here's all the executables and here's all the, what's the word I'm looking for? Here's all my contingencies that really, really should be in charge of things. Okay.
Keep the focus of those different sections and move the Spotlight cards back over into the offer section. So I'm sure that's where they'll show up. But we know people love Spotlight variants. I love Spotlight variants. We're working on something to get them back in there soon.
How does the new system affect the series drops we've all become accustomed to?
That's also a good question. You're asking me all the tough questions here.
I'm here to grill you.
Yeah, I think with series drops, we want to see where the dust settles with snapbacks, because series drops, I think, are designed to help people get more cards, and also more cheaply, because you're moving them down in series and our cards are priced by series effectively. So Snapbacks is going to be doing a lot of the same work. We may need to use series drops as a complementary system to further accelerate card acquisition, especially for players who, again, are lapsed or further behind on the curve of getting to the meta. We want everybody to get to the meta. I think it's good for everyone. It's good for players. It's good for Snap as a long-term service, right? We want as many people who are playing with the newest cards as possible. The matchmaking is better. Everybody's having more fun.
Fane, just real quick, sorry. Clarity of access is important, but there's a number of clicks the average user can withstand before it gets too much. Pokemon says you're a liar, because Pokemon has more clicks than fucking anything. Pokemon Pocket had so many clicks and still got a bajillion players.
We did recently make a change where we doubled the drop rate of Series 3 cards coming out of the collector's reserves. So it's important to kind of keep that in mind as a complement. That was something we could do quickly and early, but that's another part of the overall kind of changes we're making. This isn't the end of the Snap Packs release that we have here. This is the beginning of a new system that's very flexible and we can build off of.
So the beginning of a new system that they're going to iterate off of, but don't expect series drops anytime soon. Everyone good with that? We all good? Their series drops are dead for the time being? Because, like, he didn't say that, but he fucking totally said that. Eventually, we're going to get unwieldy again, and we'll have to drop some damn cards. But for the time being, we did that big one, and we're going to leave it be.
We'll still be getting series drops. Possibly,
yeah.
How this
I think we want to make sure that we're accomplishing the same goal that series drops had, and we want to see how much snap packs kind of gets us to that goal. And if there's still a gap there, we have series drops and potentially other things that we can do to close the gap.
The snap packs. We know that the snap pack, when you buy a snap pack, you get one card and some bonus goodies. Could one of those bonus goodies be actually be a card in itself?
Yep. And the way it works is there are 5 different packs, and they're of 2 different types. We have seasonal packs, which are the cards from the
Sorry, I gotta address. Forbin says the price of collection packs are cheap enough to forgo series drops. I disagree in the long term, because eventually there's like, we're talking years down the line, right? Like there's 200 Series 4 cards. Now just buying an old Series 4 pack is no longer a good deal because you're so unlikely to get anything of value, and there's not really any other way to do it. So like, I don't know. That seems like eventually we're going to again hit a number point, and I'll have Lauren help to figure out that number point at some point, that there is a problem. I'm going to actually go back a little bit and we'll get Nina's question
in itself.
Yep. And the way it works is there are 5 different packs, and they're of 2 different types. We have seasonal packs, which are the cards from the last couple seasons, and then the collector's packs, which are cards that are everything besides those. So the quote unquote older cards. So if you get goodies from a collector's pack, you can get bonus cards, and they would come from the collector's pool of cards that are in there. If you get a goodie that turns into a card in the new packs, in the seasonal packs, it would be from that pool.
Okay.
Wait for pricing. Pricing is coming later. The new releases, there is the Series 4 has a totally different pack than the Series 5, so you're just gonna have to chill for that. You're gonna have to wait.
Okay, that's interesting.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, I think so. But I'm guessing the drop rates for different things in the goodie for the goodie bonuses is different.
The goodies are basically meant to give you a certain amount of value on top of the pack, and it kind of varies. It's like a 10% or so additional value on the pack. So
10% additional value is a fucking ton. Just for the record, we were expecting something like 2 or 3% extra value. 10% additional value on average is a lot. We will eventually end up with new pools. Yes, Series 6 is eventually coming, Cunny. I would bet almost anything on it. Pricing didn't get leaked. It's in the video, Tetatonic. So, yeah. So, like, this seems... I don't remember what I was saying before the pricing got leaked.
If your pack is a more expensive pack, which is the newer...
Oh, yeah. So 10% is really good. And 10% of 6,000 tokens, they are adjusting for that. What he's saying is there's a 10% increase in the value. I should do this in a video. Maybe I'll make Ratco make this into a video. But there's a 10% increase in... Okay, how do I put this? There's a 10%... If you buy the new Series 5 card and you're spending 5,000 tokens, you're getting 10% of that value on average. But if you buy one of the cheaper ones, one of the cheaper snap packs, you're getting 10% value on that. So that 10%, it scales based on the value of the pack, is really, really, really good for consumers. It means that, like, because most of the time, a lot of what you're going to be buying is the new shit, right? Your new shit is going to give you the best rewards, which means the best chance for an extra card. That's amazing.
Series 5 cards are the most...
Oh, also, 10% probably means around 1 out of every 10 times, we should be expecting enough tokens or similar value to a new card. That's amazing.
It's expensive. You're getting, that 10% adds up a little bit higher. So there's, the best drop rates there versus the Series 3 collector pack.
So what can those bonus goodies
This
actually be
isn't the
besides the
head-
card? Can it be
the
like a
head
border or
developer.
variant?
Yeah, we actually have...
These no titles?
no titles, no avatars. We just introduced in the 39 release.
No titles, no avatars. Boosters were advertised. Let's see if he says boosters here.
We have a new reward type called Premium Mystery Borders. That's very similar if everybody knows Mystery Variants and Premium Mystery Variants. So there's same thing with borders. And so either one of those can drop from the goodies. So can Mystery Variants and Premium Mystery Variants, tokens, credits, and boosters, and then Series 3, 4, and 5 variants. So there's same thing with borders. And so either one
So we had Arisham. We have 35
of those can
boosters.
drop from the goodies. So can Mystery Variants and Premium Mystery Variants, tokens, credits, and boosters, and then Series 3, 4, and 5 cards.
Okay. So everything but boosters seems cool here, at least. Boosters are uber fucking lame, but they can't be that high a percentage if they're giving us that much value. Yeah, boosters just showed up right now. That's why I paused. So boosters did show up.
They will be available in game on Snapback's launch. The more expensive the pack, the higher the chance of getting the big rewards like the cards and the variants and borders.
I'm going to butt in here real quick because I got to ask the question that is clearly on everybody's mind. Matt, how much is a snap pack?
Good question. Let's go over that. Yeah. So the way that I thought about pricing packs is starting with Series 5 packs, right? We have 3 different...
Let's actually just look at this quickly. New card, 6,000. Seasonal Series 5 card, 5,000. So 1,000 benefit is good. Seasonal Series 4, 2,500. The older Series 5 is 4,000. The older Series 4 is 2,000, and then Series 3 is 650. Now, instead of going forward with the video, we're going to take a quick break and we're going to look at our friend Lauren's math. Hi, Lauren. Wait, where'd Lauren go? I didn't open it. I need 2 seconds to find Lauren's article, but I can just click that. Boop. Gotta love Snap Zone. Easy to navigate. All right. Ultimate Guide to Snapbacks, and then we're going to scroll down. She doesn't have pricing all the way till down here. Expected pack costs. Okay. So, new Series 5, she had 4750 to 5500 here, but she decided to assess the goodies, giving us an expected, 0.1 in 33, a very low chance of good stuff. Cool? So, So the lowest she thought it was reasonable that they charge us is what they did. See how this is the lowest right along? So new Series 5, 5,000, 5,000. New Series 4, 2,500, 2,500. Collector Series 5, 4,000, 4,000. Series 4, 2,000, 2,000. So it is the lowest that was reasonable for us to get that they're actually giving us. This is kind of why I wanted to do this, because I want to highlight that, like, Lauren was also assuming lower percentages of gets, and I don't want to find it in the article and make you watch me read an article, but she was assuming a lower percentage of gets than the 10% that Matt says in this video for the extra goodies, and she was still saying that this is like the cheapest we can get. We're getting significantly more. Was there anything else, Lauren? We can look at Lauren's stuff later. Cool.
Price points in this new system. We got your classic or standard single cards that are 6,000 tokens, and then we have our seasonal packs, which contain.
So she said a 1 in 33% chance. Instead, we're getting a 10% chance. I just want to be completely clear how ridiculous that is.
Series 5 cards from the most recent 2 seasons, and then we have our collector's Series 5 pack that contains all of the other Series 5 cards that you don't own. Because remember, each pack is guaranteed to give you a card that you don't own. And that was where I kind of got to this, like 6,000 tokens for a single card, 5,000 for a seasonal pack, and 4,000 for a collector's pack. That felt like a good amount of separation of pricing. And
it's a good thing Lauren's muted, because I would imagine she's just cackling at how good her math is at this point.
You know, you're dealing in increments of 1,000 tokens. So when you're thinking about getting 3,000 tokens every 120 collector's levels, so that set the general discount rate for the different tiers, right? So the seasonal packs, and then I just carry those discounts across the different things. So that sets the prices for the seasonal Series 4 pack at 2,500, and then the collector Series 4 pack at 2,000, and then the last pack in the mix is the Series 3 collector's pack, which is 650.
All right, so getting all of the new cards or older cards, whether you're a new player or a returning player, it seems like there is a variety of different ways to be able to do so. And I know there are other mechanics coming to the game as well that will help enhance that. So kind of helping to break that down, I leaned very heavily towards Lauren Whatevs because she's insanely good with all of the math and looking into other ways to acquire these snap packs via tokens.
How many tokens for how many level killer? Are you asking how many tokens we get? The same as before. Basically, anytime you get a spotlight key, you get a token. Cool? So every spotlight key on your collection track will now be 3,000 tokens. So we're getting every, I don't know, it's 4,000. I have Careless. You're going to get a blank screen for 6 seconds. Sorry. I had Careless tell me this earlier, because I anticipated this question. 4,845 to 4,976. Every that number of credits equals a spotlight key. So every about, we're going to say on average 4,900 credits, you get 3,000 tokens.
Tokens. So I'm going to let her take over this part of the conversation, and she can kind of get into the nitty-gritty detail with you.
Sounds good.
Okay. Let's start small. How many free tokens do we get to claim every day?
We get 50 free tokens every day from.
Okay, plus 50 a day, which means an extra, I don't know, 140. No, wait. Help. Somebody do this math for me, my brain. 50 a day times 7. Actually, 50 a day times 30 is probably how we want to do it, right? What's 50 times 30, chat? We don't, out of cat, you don't get tokens out of caches. You get, the 50 to 100. Yeah. Those should still be there as far as we know. So we get an extra 1,500 a month. Seems reasonable, right? Thanks, DeCarlo. Yeah, we get an extra 1,500 a month. That also seems really, really solid.
The token shop.
Okay, so that's just like a once a day claim then?
Yeah, it's a once a day. Every 24 hours, there's 50 tokens available.
And then the blog mentioned token packs that we could buy for gold. What do those look like? Pricing, conversion rate?
Yeah, so we have a variety of different token packs.
Taking a quick minute. The free 50 seems nice. This is a Token Tuesday, right? This is like a better Token Tuesday, this rate right here. And I'd assume that the rest are fairly similar, although obviously I'm not doing math. That is what I have friends who do math for. But that literally, the only reason I'm friends with all these math people is so that they can count for me. But these are basically just better Token Tuesday. So they are giving us a standing, really positive offer for gold for tokens, at least as far as the games economy has been in the past. That's going to be really overlooked, but the token economy also improving, them selling them to us for cheaper on top of everything else is pretty great.
Packs available at different price points. The way to think about, or the way I thought about token packs at least, is we already have a flow in our token shop where if you don't have enough tokens to buy something, it'll ask you if you want to use gold, and then you can just supplement with gold. The reason for the token packs is that sometimes it can be a hassle to constantly be going through that. So we decided to have some token packs at the bottom of the shop where you can.
Does anyone know how much 6,000 gold is? I believe 6,000 gold is in the vicinity. Huh. I'll just check my Marvel Snap. Everyone wait 1 sec. I didn't close the game. 6,000 gold is a lot of money, no doubt. So let's find out. Instead of guessing, let's just say 6,000 gold is. There is no 6,000 gold. $50 is. So we're gonna say about $70. Cool. 70 to $80 it seems like.
Use that option if you want.
Yeah, I think that's great. And I know players who are
75.
optimizing for card acquisition love Token Tuesday. It sounds like some of these token packs are actually beating the current Token Tuesday rates. So I'm curious, what happens to Token Tuesday?
It's worth remembering. Oops, let's not leave his face in that weird spot. All right, it's worth remembering. Gold is not only money, right? They give us a lot of gold. We get a lot of gold in the game, especially if you are a season pass buyer who gets the extra season pass gold, who buys the gold pass. Gold seems like money, but it's not, like, because it's easy to convert the two. Gold is more than that. You buy the season pass, exactly as DeCarlo says. You buy the gold pass for 3 straight months, you get an extra card. You get the season pass and the gold pass, you can probably do it in 2 months. That the rank 90 gold for the extra gold. Yeah, there's enough extra gold in the economy that this doesn't seem terribly problematic. That's probably going to cut the price on this down a fair amount, I would think.
I know players who are optimizing for card acquisition love Token Tuesday. It sounds like some of these token packs are actually beating the current Token Tuesday rates. So I'm curious, what happens to Token Tuesday?
That's a good question. I think, snap packs will make us rethink tokens as rewards in all places in the game. I imagine people will want tokens more than they used to, right? Because now you can buy packs with them. We'll be rethinking about how we can get more tokens in the hands of players, probably through events. In the past, I think, because there was only a couple things you could buy in the token shop, the demand for tokens was kind of mixed. So, we'll be thinking about how to offer.
I've had people for years now, because yes, spotlights have existed for years. I've had people for literal years tell me, oh, by the way, if a mod sees an ad coming up and you could snooze it, I'd appreciate it. So I've had people for years tell me tokens have no value to them, that tokens are useless. That's a crazy take to me. They were always extremely valuable because they were the only way to basically buy things that weren't in freaking spotlight caches. But now tokens value just shoots up so exponentially that anyone who has a hoard is just really, really eating good.
Offer tokens and bundles more in events, and then it kind of goes back to Token Tuesday. I don't think we want to get rid of Token Tuesday, but you're right.
I don't think we want to get rid of Token Tuesday. Alliteration game too strong.
We may want to adjust how Token Tuesday kind of fits in amongst these different packs.
Okay.
So basically what he's saying is we have to make Token Tuesday better. How does Token Tuesday fit in among these packs? How do you sell us tokens for gold if you have standing gold rates? Well, if we're going to make it once a week, then the value has to go up. Hell to the yeah. There's no other way to do it, right? Or you put something else in there that's not just tokens, which is also like a hell to the yeah.
I think there's probably a little room to make Token Tuesday more generous.
Okay, so I've got my stack of tokens. I'm going in to buy snap packs. Is there some kind of interface where I can see what cards are in the pool I'm about to pull from?
Yes, that's actually a really fun part of snap packs. Snap has never had a place for you to easily see which cards you don't own. Now you can go and tap on any of the packs and it'll tell you which cards you don't own. So for the collector's packs, those are really nice. It basically tells you the whole big pool of stuff. It's sorted alphabetically. Seasonal packs actually shows the cards by season, the name of the season, and then the list of cards that are in that season, and the name of the next season that's in the pack, because there are 3 seasons worth of.
I just want to look at this quickly. So we have Goliath as the only card for the season. So if you collected all of these, you're guaranteed Goliath from Series 5, or if you have every card, right? So that's really nice. Like if you just collect this month, you're guaranteed each card this month as you open, or the right one, or really, really good odds at the right one. So that's really, really good gambling odds because you're always getting a new card out of that deal. Also, like, let's say you want Goliath, but you skipped out on which card are you most likely to skip out on? Starbrand? Because like, Starbrand or Isan. Like getting Starbrand or Isan is not the worst consolation prize in the world. It's not what you wanted, but like that's not half bad. If there's a lot of Thunderbolt Rosses, I reserve the right to reverse this opinion. But like even with these cards that aren't great, this is still like good, at least good to very good.
The cards in the seasonal series 4-pack, and 2 seasons of cards in the seasonal series 5-pack.
Okay, so then I'm looking at the list of cards that are available in a pack. What happens when I have every card in a pack?
When you have every card in a pack, you can't technically look at it. It'll just show up in the card shop as complete. And then if anything changes, a new card comes out, and now it's available in that pack again, it'll revert back to the state where you can.
That's pretty good. 100 collector's tokens and 500 credits. Like that's pretty good. I would be happy with that as my bonus.
Get a card from it again.
All right, that's honestly really exciting. That's really cool. It's interesting to see how the system's going to evolve also. I'm going to pass this over towards Binks, where he's going to kind of dive into some of the systems and rhythms that we've kind of been in for months and some of them even over a year. And now looking into the future because of what Snap Packs is now going to bring to the table, where we're...
So I don't believe any of this changes the overall advice on what to do for the remainder of this month. If you can get 2 new cards, I think it's still going to be better to use your keys for 2 new cards. If you're only getting 1 card, you should either use tokens or wait for the new system.
Where we're headed.
Hey, Matt. So glad to finally meet you. Thank you so much for sitting here while we all grill you. What about previous season pass cards? So once they rotate out for that season's month, like where do they end up in which snap pack?
Yeah, this is the trickiest part of Snap Packs. So season pass cards are Series 5, and the seasonal Series 5 pack has cards from the last 2 seasons. So when a season ends, the season pass card becomes a Series 5, and that means it'll end up in the seasonal pack, but only for 1 season because it's on its 2nd season already.
That's pretty cool. I like that as a way to keep some scarcity to it. So you can get that. If you don't buy the season pass, if you're not a season pass buyer, you only have 1 month to grab it. You only have 1 month to grab that season pass in that new system, in that new way, before like you're either gambling with the old stuff, unless you already have all the old cards, right? Unless you're gambling with the old stuff. Yes, our keys are all becoming 3,000 tokens. Every key and everywhere you would get a key is now 3,000 tokens. That's going to, I believe, include any albums.
So then after that, it'll go to the collector's packs. So it'll kind of make this journey from season pass card to seasonal pack card to collector's pack card.
That's awesome. I feel like a lot of people sometimes, season pass card rotates out and then they have to wait for it. So being able to like immediately the next season grab it, I think a lot of people are going to really, really like that. So will the Series 5 pack always have the new weekly card in it as well? So for example, if your collection complete, will you always pull the new card that week from the Series 5 pack, or will it be exclusive to the new Series 5 pack?
It will not be exclusive. It's something we kind of debated, but we decided in the end, for folks who are on the cutting edge and our collection complete, the newest card that we've historically called the Spotlight card will also be in the seasonal Series 5 pack. So if you have a pack that only has 1 card in it, you can buy it. And so technically you're getting the card a little bit cheaper. It's like 5/6 of the cost, but we're fine with that. It's kind of a reward for the folks who are staying all the way, or getting all the cards in the game all the time.
Sure. And, we're going to have to see how things go with like how many.
That's me, by the way, obviously. The people who are collection complete, right? Just, I get 1,000 token benefit every single month. That seems like it's amazing.
Tokens are there and everything. Like I feel like with economies like that, there's so many moving parts. It's really going to be something that once you see, we can really build off that. So you mentioned this before. If you have a full collection, you just can't open any of the snap packs, so they're all grayed out.
So if the card store's empty, it's empty, and hopefully you're excited to go over to the.
But like, thank you. If the card store is empty, it's empty. That sounds amazing to me. Don't let like people make stupid mistakes and do extra dumb things. You can't buy it if you bought it. If you have spent the money, we're done here.
The other half of the store, which still has a lot in terms of variants and other cosmetics. And we recently released Character Mastery, and it's going pretty well so far, but there are things we want to do to improve Character Mastery. And that's a place where people who are card complete can continue to.
Character Master is going pretty well so far. Well, he had to say one thing that's going to make me angry at this video, right? Character Mastery has been an utter disaster for my enjoyment of the game. Although, big caveat, they made one huge change to it that they didn't advertise well that made it significantly better. Now you no longer have to split a card to use custom card, which really, really, really helps. It makes me much less angry at the system. Still, I don't think a good system, but that is a huge benefit.
evolve more of their cosmetic collection.
So before Spotlight and Flexible Series drops, many players like intentionally waited for cards to drop to Series 4, even 3 before acquiring them. Are you concerned that like Series 5 Snap Pack, because it's trailing 2 seasons behind, might kind of cause those same concerns where there's just like a group of players who's essentially just like waiting for things to like shift around? Or do you think that this is going to encourage more kind of like proactive choice with what you do?
The intent is definitely to encourage proactive choice, and there are some kind of fair trade-offs for people to make. So there isn't anything inherently bad with people waiting and getting things at a different price. It just means that, you think about a Conchu or Agamotto, like 2 cards that I think about have come out recently that are really exciting. It's like, well, you wait 2 months for that card, that's up to you. The positive aspect of it is that people who are on more of a budget or free to play can still get those cards and stay meta relevant and stay engaged in the game and not feel kind of like they're just on a treadmill and falling behind.
Definitely. Talk about falling behind. There was another announcement we haven't really like dug into, which is that you're saying there's going to be now more cards coming to Marvel Snap. I think that brings up some concerns with people of, if you're trying to have access to every card or mostly every card, this kind of like tilts the balance from having 1 card per week. Is this going to mean that there's going to be more direct to Series 4 releases? And what's just kind of your overall breakdown of how you're going to be adding more cards?
Yeah, that's the general idea. There'll be more direct to Series 4 releases. We're still planning to maintain the cadence of 1 season pass card every season plus a weekly. Most of our seasons are 4 weeks, but sometimes 5. So you have 4 to 5 cards that are spotlight cards that come out weekly. With the seasonal Series 4 pack, that's kind of the
impression is that spotlight card, that once a week card, will always still be a Series 5 card. Got it?
newest sort of type of thing in the game.
Well, then we have to go back a second, and we will filibuster again as we wait for questions. Let's watch Binks with the funny face. So what do we think? Again, updates on thoughts as we wait out ads. Do you have a variant for them, freemium? You have to have a variant for them for it to unlock. So we are still getting Spotlight variants. We're just going to get them in a new way. I don't think I'm going to miss having to spend the same currency that I spend on card acquisition on Spotlight variants. I think it's better than I hoped, is basically where I land at this point. I had a lot of hope for the new system, but I thought that there would be a few big caveats. And outside of the very, very early Series 3 player, I don't really see that many caveats. I think we're just sort of there. This just seems good. Like, the way he speaks is similar to the way you speak, Gunny. Like, if you are just getting into Series 3 and everything is a new card, and everything you do with a Spotlight key is a new card, this is worse. But a lot of those people, and I know this from making a lot of content, when they first got to Series 3 thought, oh, every time I get a key, I just spend it because it's always a new card. And then it takes them a really long time to learn not to do that, or it builds a lot of really bad habits that lead them in very bad situations. And that not existing anymore, I think, is like an underrated, ridiculously huge plus.
Overall breakdown of how you're going to be adding more cards.
Yeah, that's the general idea. There'll be more direct to Series 4 releases. We're still planning to maintain the cadence of 1 season pass card every season plus a weekly. Most of our seasons are 4 weeks, but sometimes 5. So you have 4 to 5 cards that are spotlight cards that come out weekly. With the seasonal Series 4 pack, that's kind of the newest sort of type of thing in the game, where we'll have more direct to Series 4 cards coming out at the beginning of the season. We've already kind of been producing more of those cards, and you've seen those show up in events like.
So at the start of a season, we might just get a Series 4 card dump. That seems really cool to me. I don't know if that seems cool to y'all, but that seems really cool to me. Oh God, Gunny. But does this make sense? Like, all right, let's keep going.
Like High Voltage, Sanctum Showdown. So that will continue.
So if they just dump a bunch of Series 4 cards at the beginning, let's just look at Lauren's math very quickly. Where was that? So they just dump us like 3 Series 4 cards. A new Series 4 card at the beginning of a season is 2,500 tokens. So for less than the cost of a new Series 5 card, you can just get 2 brand new Series 4 cards. And like, I don't know if you noticed this, but most of the Series 4 cards they've released recently have been pretty freaking good. So that doesn't seem half bad either.
As well, we want to make sure that there are new and exciting rewards that make it feel really worthwhile to play through the events. And then those event cards after the season in which they're released will cycle into the packs. So that's the general idea. We're not looking to dramatically increase the number of cards because we know people are used to a certain cadence, and Snap is not a game that releases 300 cards a year. And I think the other thing to think about is like the Series 5 cards tend to be the more game-changing cards, the ones that have the newest mechanics in them, that are more the anchors to build decks around. The Series 4 cards, so there'll be more of those, but those are cards that kind of have more targeted usages for different deck archetypes. So that's another way in which like we're not kind of thinking the meta is going to be like spinning up and running at a much more rapid rate. It's kind of filling in a lot of the design space and the strategic space for people to build decks. The Snap Pack system and the new card shop is kind of the new base that we want to work off that's fairly flexible, and we can and want to do things like offer various different combinations of cards in custom packs that
Very excited for the custom packs, not just because I'm dying for a Snap Judgments custom pack and I'm super annoying, right? And I'm like fully planning to be super annoying about like getting a Snap Judgment Snap pack directly to Matt and directly to I lost his name, Griffin. But beyond that, thumbs up by the way. Beyond that annoyance, I think that the way they make up for the lost value of the early Series 3 player is they have some like new to Series 4, new to Series 3 snap packs. Yeah, I could see that, Gunny. So like new to Series 4 snap packs seems like this really great catch-up mechanic that they have access to. And again, I have enough access to these people to really try and push that. So I can't say it'll happen, right? Like I don't fucking know. I don't have power. But I at least have a say. I have a voice, and I fully plan to use it for that. Oh, thank you, Shelter.
At different prices, and there's a limited number of cards. Like that's kind of what makes our cards generally more premium, than a card game that releases a ton of cards. So trying.
Yeah, say Pokemon Pocket. Fuck that game.
To find that sweet spot there where
definitely. Well, I mean, I think we covered a lot of great things here. I know that you mentioned, this isn't like the final step or anything like that. This is really like the first step of a new system where hopefully, there's a lot of levers and different things like that that you can control. Thank you so much again for just, giving us a laydown of these new series cards and where we can find them. I really appreciate it, Matt.
Honestly, this is all really exciting. This is an absolutely fantastic system. I'm very curious to see how the community feels about it. Let us know in the comments, and Snap Packs is going to absolutely dramatically change the Marvel Snap experience for new players as well as players that have been playing since beta. So Binks, Nina, Lauren, thank you so much for being here. And Matt, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us about Snap Packs.
Thank you all. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
See you next time.
We can leave it there for a second. All right, so allow me to do my best to summarize, then we'll take a look at Lauren's article, see if there's anything important. Yeah? Snap Packs are coming on the April 29th patch. That's official. It's not in the video, but they've said it. So Snap Packs are 100% coming at the end of the month. Their pricing is the lowest end of what Lauren valued in this article. Plus, we're getting more value from the extra goodies that we can get from it. Oh, it is in the title of the video? Hey, coming April 29th. Thank you. Because I don't think they knew it when they recorded the video, whether it be ready or not, is my currently working guess. Guess, not guest. Gunny wrote guest and it threw me off. Okay, so the lowest value, which is really good value for us, plus we're getting 10% extra value on whatever we spent. The only booby prize as an extra thing in Snap Pack seems to be boosters. Everything else seems to have at least some value. I don't know if Nick is here. Adam. Okay, so far so good. That's the big headline. April 29th, we will be getting Snap Packs, and Snap Packs are the top end of our estimated value for the best estimates we've had so far. The main currency of Snap Packs is collector's tokens. Everywhere we would have otherwise gotten a spotlight key, we will now get a collector's token. They are now selling us tokens regularly at better than Token Tuesday rates, which means things like Token Tuesday will improve. Gold for tokens is still an expensive proposition, except that there are ways to generate free gold throughout Marvel Snap. There should not be any more Series 5 cards coming on a regular basis to Marvel Snap as of right now. However, Series 4 cards might, outside of the special game modes where they should still be releasing, might also be coming in little bundles of 2 or 3 cards at the beginning of certain seasons, which you can buy basically immediately at 2,500 token value, which seems, again, just like a really solid value because you're, again, getting extra stuff in there. How is Lauren so smart? Because she does math and then reports out what her best estimates are for the numbers. Everything about this is better for almost everyone who plays Marvel Snap, except for brand new to Series 3 players. If you are brand new to Series 3, for a while, you'll be getting less cards. But as you get more cards, you should catch up relatively quickly to where you would otherwise be because you have so much more agency over what you end up getting. That agency should allow you to target specific decks, so within a couple of months, you should, generally speaking, be able to get through specific decks. From what I'm hearing now, with a new doubled Series 3 acquisition rate, people are spending about 3 months getting through Series 3, which is a good rate. If you're spending 3 months getting through Series 3, one would assume that within about 2 months, getting 3 or 4 new cards a month, you should be able to target at least 1 or 2 new decks that you should have available to play at a fairly competitive level. That's a fairly aggressively positive rate for Marvel Snap. The more cards that they introduce into the system, much like spotlights, the more difficult this becomes, which means that there has to be an eventual release valve. However, the positive of that eventual release valve is that they have all these extra ways to give us tokens. In addition to the 50 a day, in addition to the collection track, they can add tokens to any reward on any of the different tracks they want to help us keep as up to date as they want. So this is already a significantly cheaper system than the previous system. I'm thinking something like 20% cheaper at the very least. So I think this is about 20% cheaper in general, but it has the potential to be more than that because of all the extra stuff they're giving us. I will get an actual percentage rather than my rough estimate of about 20% though. Does this make sense for everyone? Is there any question that I didn't cover that you think it would benefit to answer right now? Oh, again, what you should be doing right now for the rest of this month, there's two more important things. For the rest of the month, if you need 2 new cards, what you should do is use your spotlight keys. If you only need 1 new card, you should be saving up and using tokens on it later. At the end of the month, if you want, and as far as we know, they didn't announce this officially, Aranya and Madam Web will be coming with Hydra Stomper. If you want Aranya and Madam Web, they're giving you 2 days to not update to the new system so that you can still use spotlight keys to open for Aranya and Madam Web, and Hydra Stomper obviously, before you have to update to the new system. After 2 days, you're going to get a forced update and spotlights are gone forever. But if you decide you really want Naranya and you really want Madam Web, which is great because those are the only 2 required Series 5 cards for a move deck, you can still do that with Spotlight keys at that severe discount, which is just really generous of them. Everyone good? Should I spend 6K on Infinity Ultron? If you're going to spend 6K on a new card, 6K is equal to 6K. If you're going to open with it with keys and you don't need any other cards, spend 6K or just wait. All right. Da-da-da-da. Is there anything important here in Lauren's article? Collection complete. The cost of being collection complete is likely going to go up a little, yes, because they're releasing more Series 4 cards. You should be able to still relatively easily keep up on all the Series 5 stuff, though. If you were just so there's a lot of players that were basically keeping meta complete by utilizing the Spotlight system and just buying the season pass. I think that stays likely very similar. If you want to have every card, you're probably spending some more money. But you should still be able to keep meta complete with just the season pass based on this. Bye, Gunny. Thanks for hanging. The impact of Director Series 4, yeah, a lot of them are going to be events. More pressure. Okay. Yeah, that's it. All right. We're going to get back to playing some Snap. And then we're going to figure out optimizing Snap Packs later. I will do a video on optimizing Snap Packs once we have actual math for that, which we should soon. I think that this is absolutely incredible. This is absolutely incredible for the community. If you want to ask some more questions, please feel free as we play some Snap. And thanks for hanging with me while we look through this. Hopefully it was interesting and useful for you, because I wanted to verbalize that to get my thoughts out in one spot, and we'll see if I can make that a video at some point soon. We'll see if one of my editors is willing to do that for me. Let's kill the... Where is it? Sorry, give me a sec. Slides are gone. We're just here now. Also, for anyone who's here who doesn't know, tomorrow will be a 2-video day, friends. We are going to talk about both... All right. Sorry. Models made fun of Gunny in our group chat. Gonna make the last way, except early is done by 2 series. Yep. It saves 2K tokens, right? If you buy 2 series 5 packs, they would be 6,000 each. You save 2K tokens. I hope we nerf Bullseye for the love of God. I don't think Scream needs a huge nerf. Scream should probably be a 2-1, but I don't think she needs an absolutely huge nerf. Let's get back some music too. What was I playing? Oh, I need to play, what do I need to play? I need to play some Thanos. I'm filling everything. God, I hope we finally nerf fucking Bullseye. So sick of that deck.
Others shall be set right.
Wait, what? I don't understand what that question was. I'm so sorry. JJMS, could you rephrase? I mean, you could just run Luke. Are people really just gonna run a bunch of Echo now? I guess that's fine. What Nick said.
Mildly underestimated just followed.
I would just make Bullseye a 3-1. Sizer! What's up, my friend? Thank you. My sound is doubled because I didn't turn off the desktop audio. Sorry about that. Sound should be normal now. Hi, Sizer. Thanks for the raid, my friend. Appreciate you.
Mildly underestimated just subscribed with Prime.
I wish I had a 2-drop right now. I don't, though. Really? That's annoying. We have 7 energy, and once more we have no 4, so we're going to go with... Don't have Pryos, that's not very good. Really wish I had a 4 here. That, Negasonic really messed me up. Hey, thanks for the sub, Mildly Underestimated. Appreciate you. Let's Going well, Werewolf. Yeah. I was trying to be careful with Luna's particular. They could be running Shang-Chi. The other thing I was trying to accomplish with Luna right now is... Ooh, that's really rough. If they play, they move Rocket and Groot, I'm pretty much dead. But the other thing I was really trying to accomplish with... Oh, they didn't move it, though. I don't have that many cards that I can play on Echo. That's rough. That was a good grappler. So I was playing the non-ongoings I could. I need to remember that Joel AA does play Echo. Keep that in mind so I don't get my stuff smashed. That's what ultimately messed with me that game. Yeah, I'll try and explain my moves a little better here. So right now, the hot location means I don't want anything low power in specific spots. So I am going to play Mindstone or Danger Room because if it blows up, A, who cares? And B, now I can get something hopefully higher power in a key location. Although it didn't blow up. I'm playing Goliath right because that has a reasonable chance at being the hot location. Goliath is going to be at least my most power there for the time being. It's a Scream list, of course it is. We don't have a hot location. I don't hate the idea of a card coming there, but I do want a draw, so we're going to go with this way. That's just pretty nice. Let's see whether X-Mansion wins or loses us this game. A penny? They're great. Really love losing a draw for penny, but they are now clogged mid. Oh, no, they're not, because they have shield. Trying to get that Thanos cheaper. If I can hit that penny, we're really cooking with gas. We do hit the penny. Figured that was bound to happen sooner or later. That'll be a Spider-Man, I believe. Or a Killmonger? Killmonger's pretty bad for me, I guess. That's fine. Raven. Monger. Bad, but not the end of the world. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, they have Prio. That's at least semi-decent for me. That's bad. Let me see if I can steal it. Cannonball.
Knowledge is power.
Alright, yeah. I guess I got too cute. That's fine. I could have just counted. Occasionally in videos I'll yell at counting. Do as I say and not as I do. What's up, Grim? Glad you like it. Sub for speed, Cap. You know I do variants in all my videos, right? This is today's main deck. We could all stop hitting Scream on 2, I'd appreciate it. Play. It's going to change my math on how I have to do things, but thankfully it went there at least. I need a card.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
I'm on left. Totally fine. My energy? Got him.
Victory.
LDS is really good in that exact one deck. She doesn't show up outside of it.
Destiny will arrive.
Okay. That's a hot location. That's annoying. That would like to be my Thanos location, but maybe not.
Opponent snapped.
I'm gonna stick around and see. Oh, that's bad. We have every stone but the one I want, which is great. Oh, that changes things. Brood mid could be a problem, I guess. Spoke that shit into existence, huh? All right, so if we add 2, 4, 6 here, right? And I add 2, 4, 6 plus 4. What's the math looking like? Am I dead? Oh, I think I'm dead. Two, 4, 6. All right, so they're going to be at 27. I'm going to be at 15 plus 4, 19 plus 6. Yep, gotta go. Oh, they retreated too. They didn't draw Surfer. What's up, Pat? They didn't do math, and so I got away with one. How you doing, Yoda? I just want to fill all my locations, and the game won't let me. Every other game before was like, hey, would you like to fill all your locations? Now I'm trying to do it, and it's like, no. We're still 12-5 with this list, 70% win rate. It's not a bad day, Yoda. How about you? One changes my plans a little bit. A lot of it's just I'm not seeing Kahhori and Mockingbird. Goodbye, Spectrum. Well, goodbye, Thanos. Thanks for coming. So they're going to get the 12, bringing back a Silver Samurai. Who cares? Fucker! Yep, this is my little JRPG playlist. I did not, pretty. I haven't had time. Yep. Look, I actually really like it in this deck, but that's fine. Hand was full, so no second docking. Let's go. Fuck! I am officially one energy off every good play I have in this deck right now. In this list, she's never been less than a 410, and she's fairly often a 412.
Escaped.
I'm too bad at the shooter parts of Nier Automata to play it. I played through the first couple sections, and then I just kept dying in the shooter sections, and so I gave up. One day I'll watch a playthrough. Yeah.
Friendly neighborhood neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Going well.
Oh, snap.
That's a Killmonger.
I want the throne.
Thank you. Okay. They have Brow? Yeah. That's interesting. Is that a Shang? Fuck! I didn't think he had a Shang. I lose. Ugh. Yep, I'm dead. That was rough. They're unbelievably great. They're the top line of everything we could expect right now, based on what the pricing has been, Shulky. We just watched the video. Very cool. Yeah, Nier is supposed to be phenomenal. Super Scroll. Again, today's video. This is actually torture. I'm not playing every card in a match. Go away. You know, I can play different decks and not feel trapped. Cool. You know what I want to play? I run Grandmaster. I mean, yeah. Same as before. Off-brand, please check today's video, which has it linked in the description and a full guide to it and everything else. You can also use point dex as a command. Huh. Sandra into anti-venom seems simple here. It's not U.S. agent would be really great here. So they're getting an extra energy there, but I win that lane. That seems like a fair trade-off.
Opponent snapped.
One, two, three. Don't be Cosmo. Fuck you, it's Cosmo. Oh, that's hurt so bad. I'm just dead to, like, Sage. I guess, what are they putting mid? That's actually a threat. I'm going up to 5, 7. By 1, I should have done math. Why do I never do math? I always get so mad at myself when I don't do math. Well, you should stop sliding then, because this is one of the best decks in the game. Played nowhere for that. It was rough. I should have been smarter. Played 8 cards on a match, though. I've got 2 of the 3 4s in the list in my hand with Zabu and Grandmaster. Isn't that great? Expected. Power and a soul and a reality. I win. No, Luke! Oh, right. I forgot that they could just run the same card I cut to beat me. That's on me. I got so in my head the new version that I didn't even remember that they could just do that to beat me. We haven't seen Mobius. We could just... Who's messaging me? My wife should be home soon.
Behold my creation.
It's really, really bad. I was in very good shape with this play, and now I'm in very, very bad shape.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
I am the sorcerer supreme.
Sure, let's clog you. You can have an extra energy. I'll trade that for a clog. Oh, I still get the extra energy?
Snap. Victory.
Mm-hmm.
Behold my creation.
Hmm. I hope he does. It's about time he does. They have Prio, so I can do this.
Mr. Turkish Hair Plugs just subscribed for 4
Hey,
months.
Mr. Turkish Hair Plugs, thanks for the sub. My extra energy, sucker. Hmm. That'll still be free. It's possible they have a Mobius, but unlikely. So boom. No. We go. Boom. Boom. Oh, no. Okay. We go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Alright, that's kind of hilarious and what I'm absolutely doing. Draw, Surfer, I win. Mr. Turkish Hair Plug, so kind. 4 months. We've been streaming for 6 months as of, I believe, today, or we've been an affiliate for 6 months at least, which is pretty crazy, friends.
Frame break.
Alright. Thanks, Turkish. I think Sam needs to be tapped. I think Rocket and Groot should probably go to a 3-2. I think Bullseye should go to a 3-1. There's a whole bunch of little cards that should be really just like hit a little bit.
My creations.
Potential Thors. Alright, not Thor. Can we hit Quinjet? Nope. Thanks. That works out so well for me. Thank you. Okay. A lot of energy. What do we got? Alright. I think he sounds not very good. Okay. Okay. You have fun. Thanks.
Victory.
Jeez. Just for the record, this week. Look at that. #1. I mean, I'm streaming a lot at the start of the week, but still, #1. 20 more power seems probable. Do we have any activate here? No. We don't have any of the rest of it. Move 5? No. Destroy 6? No. I don't have any decks that do the rest of this, so that's it.
Behold my creation.
Not yet, King. It's actually been kind of dry right now. I've got 2 decks for tomorrow so far. I got a Crazy deck and an Emma Thor's deck that they hit #8 with. I think Emma is a dude, but I could be wrong, and I'm trying to avoid gendering. Bowser has a Scream 2099 deck, I guess? I don't know. Maybe just for fun. Not Quake, please. Elsa? That's great. I obviously have Prio now, which means I'm gonna go see if we get an extra energy, chat. I do get an extra energy, thank you.
Oh, snap. Victory.
Yeah, Fozzer tagged me in a Scream 2099 deck that I don't know if I believe in, but might be an good extra deck. And then I'll just look around and see what else is floating. Oh. That'd be really cool. I hope so. Maybe get me to play Bounce again? Yeah, the other decks are whatchamacallit has a Clog deck, Crazy has a Clog deck, and Emma has a really cool Thors. I'm just gonna keep passing, I guess. They're clearly gonna try and drop a Thanos there, right? So if I go 1, 2, 1, 2. They could have Arishem. If they do, so be it. Nice. Good luck, Fazer. I was just talking about your deck. Oh, it's just Enchantress? That's potentially fine. Luffy is so good. It's alright. Fazer's deck will go in tomorrow, too. And then I gotta find one for the new card. I'll probably just do the Victoria hand thing. That's really nice. Thanos. I think Thanos, then the Agamotto, then the Victoria hand. I just chill it around the 200s for most of the season now, Fazer. I've stopped stressing it. Hey, it's Binksy. What's up, Binks? Get your buff. It's going to be a Rocket and Groot and a Sable, very likely next. Good, now go get a couple of those out. Bye. Okay.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Such a weird choice. Okay. I'm going to keep moving the shield, obviously. Yoko Shimamura. Such a badass. Yeah, I know. I wonder if he knows who made it. I hope he does. Not bad. Oh, my wife's home. This is next win is last game, so I can hang out with her.
No, it's okay.
No, I want to hang out. I want to hang out with you. Do your back later. The what with Noah?
Have to do this project.
Okay.
This for 15 minutes. They don't have water, and they don't have water in there. So dumb.
Giving up on mid. I'm seeing if I can steal here. Are they running this deck could run Shang? No, she didn't. We lose to Shang, I'm pretty sure. This is how we beat Shang. That'll do. I mean, I guess that could be Shang. It is not. We win. All right, good stuff.
Victory.
All right. We are going to raid out to Ika because yesterday was his birthday and we didn't raid him. I am going to organize tomorrow's video and then go get a small child after hanging my way for a little bit. Thank you all for watching. Good night, friends. Raid. Hey, do me a favor. If you're not following Ika, follow Ika. It was his birthday yesterday. He's an incredible person. So I also promised to do a giveaway on Ika's. So it seems like right after I raid is a good time to do a lovely, if Ika knows how anyway. If not, we'll do it here if you follow Ika. Cool? We'll do a gold pass. We'll do a season pass / gold pass. Oh, YouTube. I gotta end YouTube. Bye, YouTube.